Hey guys, it's CocoaTarot, and today we have a pick-a-card on the topic of what makes you a cosmic temptation, plus primal urges you awaken in others. Let's uncover why your energy feels not of this world, and what makes people act out of character, crave you, or want to orbit you. My readings are closed right now, but thank you to everyone who has been supporting the channel. But we have 3 piles to choose from based on the images in the thumbnail. So this will be pile 1, this will be pile 2, and this will be pile 3. And I will see you guys in your piles. Hey pile 1, we're going to get right into your reading and see what makes you a cosmic temptation, plus primal urges you awaken in others. If this reading resonates with you when it is over, let me know down in the comments. I'm super curious. And please like this video if you want to see more videos like this. I'm going to lay the cards out today and then we will get into the message. But pile number 1, you got Saturn, the maturity that brings, caution regarding limits imposed. In the 8th house, personal power, the mysteries of life, a major change. You also got the zebra, let go of your fear and know that you are safe and protected at all times. The Knight of Birds, adventure, excitement, movement. The very thing that challenges you can be transformed into your greatest strength. Useful opinions. And intent on keeping word. Alrighty, pile number 1. I'm strongly getting the phrase, the very thing that challenges you. And that's your energy, pile number 1. You tempt people in a very taboo way with the 8th house and Saturn here. You draw people in with this energy of forbidden fruit. And with the Knight of Swords, it's almost like they can't control themselves or they feel very drawn to a dark energy that you have. And I'm not saying dark necessarily in a negative way, but dark as in consuming. You could awaken this primal urge to be obsessed or to be curious. I'm hearing a primal need to consume, so people get really wrapped up in your energy. It could be because you wear those stripes like the zebra. You show your light aspect as well as your dark aspect. So you could be someone who is comfortable with exploring taboos, who makes dark jokes or has dark humor, or you represent energies in others that they suppress. And you feel like an alien because when they get in contact with you, it challenges everything they've been taught or every mask that they've put on. You radiate this energy of transformation and you're constantly evolving with the Saturn here. You're constantly evolving and moving through different phases. And it shows that you have a lot of resistance, which also draws people to you. People want to witness the birthing of yourself or whatever you're creating, or this energy that you've been harvesting your whole life. You don't shy away from shadow energy, and you actually shine and thrive in shadow energy. So you could be someone who is fearless when it comes to a challenge, or when life hands you something, you're like, okay, we're going to make this freaking lemonade. And people really admire this about you. And it could awaken this need to kind of compete and show that they can also, I'm hearing, be like a cat, have 9 lives, always land on their feet. That's you. Your acceptance of the shadow, of the taboo, and of challenges is what makes you otherworldly. Because most people shy away from this, especially in the spiritual community. You know, there's a lot of people who think you shouldn't even talk about the shadows. You show your shadows in a very unapologetic way. And it naturally draws a lot of attention to you. Some people might even see you being so open with your shadow and try to give you advice like, hey, are you sure? Or maybe you should tone down, and you're like, no, I'm very comfortable here in this Saturn 8th house. It doesn't scare me like it scares you. So very much a fearless energy. And it could intimidate people. You make other people's fears or the darkness they suppress, on you it seems holy. The very thing that they were taught to dim down, to be seen and not heard, to not show certain parts of yourself, or to say when you're aroused by certain energies, you say that and you make it look holy. You make it look beautiful and easy. Look at the zebra just trotting on. You could also be otherworldly because you seem to be going on a wavelength of life that's different, or following this invisible thread towards something. Whatever you're following that's unseen, this dragon creature she's riding, people can almost see this even though it's unseen. They see that you're on just a different wave. When it comes to primal urges, you make people question their boundaries and their self-control. That's that Knight of Swords energy. You really bring out this bold, assertive energy out of other people that almost makes them uncomfortable. It's super intimidating to be around someone who makes you want to lose your self-control, makes you want to step outside of that box that you've been put in, or to let down your boundaries, let down your guard. And people feel like doing this around you. They feel this primal urge to submit in some kind of way. I think that you are the living embodiment of Pandora's box. And a lot of people know that once they open that box, there's no turning back, because you're going to show them a different side of life, or a different side of the universe that expands them in a very deep way, in a way that they can never go back to their old selves. So the people that have been close to you, or that you've had strong connections with, they're never the same after they encounter you. That's that major change. You shift people drastically in their life. So there could be a lot of people that approach you with caution, because they're not sure if they're ready for that kind of change and transformation. You make it look easy, pile number one. You make it look like a walk in the park, but you know it's not. And maybe other people can sense this too, where it looks effortless, it looks easy, but they're like, no. Being like pile number one means owning your shadow. That private part of people that often isn't shown, you show that to the world with ease. You also awaken this urge for people to want to rebel. You could have grown up and had friends whose parents didn't like you, or would say something like there's something off about them, or what's up with pile number one. The people that you shift in your lives, the people around them see it. They're like, hey, ever since you've been around pile number one, or you got in a relationship with pile number one, you're different. Things have changed. You even look different. People could actually shapeshift after hanging out around you and have an identity shift. And this could come across as some people being very protective and trying to get in between you and other people, and it's because they see how much that person changes when they're around you. But what they don't realize is they're changing, not really, they're just showing their 8th house. When people are around you, they show that hidden part of themselves, so their family members or their friends might be like, oh, they're so different, but they're actually more of themselves by being around you. You awaken that primal urge to break a stereotype, or to shatter the perceptions that people have of us. I will say, this Knight of Swords or Knight of Birds is coming through really heavy in this reading. People get very impulsive around you. Okay, so this could come in the form of love bombing. And I don't even think the people that love bomb you, you know your own story, but I don't think a majority of them are narcissists or anything like that. They just feel this need to chase. Once they have that hit of your energy, I'm hearing that hit of dopamine, they feel like, I need to chase, I need to go after this. And it could come across as like irritability, or things progressing really fast in relationships and getting really deep really quickly. And it could scare you and this other person, because It's very natural how this transformation escalates. So there is a primal need to hunt when it comes to you. You could attract a lot of hunter or huntress energies, people who kind of want to hold you down or kind of, study you. You're very studied by other people. People end up telling you their deepest secrets or revealing their deepest kinks to you naturally. And it's because you elicit that feeling of taboo and they want to explore it more with you. So people are really open with you. They have this urge to reveal themselves, to tell the truth, to be honorable as well. You could push people to want to do the right thing because even if they don't do the right thing around you, they do feel guilty about it. There's something here where you definitely bring someone's conscience to the forefront. Clarify this for pile number 1. How are they a cosmic temptation? Yeah, you're like exactly what people need. Humans need that Saturn energy. We complain a lot about the Saturn returns and the big cycles of transformation, but you need that to grow. You need that to shapeshift into your next version. And this is why you're such a cosmic temptation, because you are literally the embodiment of what the human soul needs to grow. So that's why people feel this primal need to chase, to be around you, to submit to you, to tell you everything about themselves, even if they don't know you that well. Because secretly their soul is yearning for that deep Saturn transformation. Okay? Yeah, the Hanged Man, exactly. They're yearning for that perspective shift. But I'm also seeing with the Hanged Man here, because he's often a scapegoat. People put a lot onto him and blame him for things, but he ends up being right in the end. And there could be people that explore this deep connection with you, and it gets a little bit too deep too fast. They ghost, and then you find out through the grapevine that they're blaming you, or they're saying you tempted them, you're a temptress, you're a player, or you're someone who did wrong by this person, but really what you did is you triggered them, you triggered their soul. And if people aren't ready to be triggered that way, they will push you away and they will make you the villain. Oh, they're crazy. Oh, they're into dark stuff. Oh, they do that. They're taboo. But I want you to know, if anyone's ever shamed you for this, they were wrong, because this is your element. You thrive in the shadows. So maybe you have some Scorpio in your chart. You just feel really comfortable in the shadows, more comfortable than in the light. Clarify this. Some of you guys could even keep to yourselves more because of this energy. Okay, we got the Chariot. Tell me more. Wow, the Eight of Wands. Yeah, it's so holy is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that song, My Lover's Got Humor. She's a giggle at a funeral. Okay, the Ace of Swords. Yeah, do you guys not see this? The Ace of Swords, the Death, the Chariot, the Hanged Man, the Eight of Wands. I thought that was the Six of Wands. This is crazy. You guys are triggering. That's what makes you a cosmic temptation, is that you're triggering. And people are drawn to the trigger. Empress at the bottom of the deck. There's no turning back from your energy. Do you see the major arcana with the Ace of Swords here? And the Chariot, it never goes backwards. It always goes forwards. You are deeply transformational to other people on a soul level. You change everyone that you even just talk to. Even if you smile at a stranger, pile number 1, it literally changes their day. They shift a timeline just by being around you, because you're on a different timeline. You're on a different wavelength. And I think by you being comfortable and living in the shadows in some kind of way, it's so much easier for you to highlight the light in life, the beauty in life. It might be so emotionally deep with you when it comes to other energies that they run, but then they realize that that was the juice. That was everything. You are not just a fantasy to people. You are a threshold. You are the barrier to a new world, the door to a portal to their next new beginning, or their next karmic road, depending on how they choose to treat you. Other people reflect on their own lives, their own beliefs, their own ways of thinking when they're around you. They pause and reflect, literally. They're like, am I doing this right? Is this the right way to go? Have I been living more honorably or doing things the right way or showing myself authentically? People really get stuck and suspended trying to figure you out and figure themselves out around you, why they're changing so much. But in that suspension, they also want to be there. They want to be suspended by you. Does that make sense? I also feel as if when people crush on you, it's definitely not fleeting. They crush on you for years, even if they don't talk to you or say it out loud. And it's because you alter people. And even though it's really frightening, it's super irresistible. That's Pandora's box. We're not supposed to touch it, but man, do we want to. Because there's insight there that you can't get anywhere else. That's who you are, pal number one. You're this deep mystery of life that people just feel so blessed to be able to crack, to find, to figure out. You are literally an initiation. I almost wanted to say test earlier, but it's not like you're a test for people. You are an initiation. I think that when the divine spirit, God, whoever you believe in, sends you in other people's lives, it's because that person's soul needs to transform or change, or they need to remember who they are in some kind of way. That's why your energy isn't fleeting. You're meant to be in those people's lives to help them access something. And this isn't to say to just go and change everybody who asks for it. Really follow your intuition here, because there are some people who have like an adverse effect to this, where you get sent into their lives and they just are not ready and they run. You see how all these wands are coming and she's like, next to the chariot. Yeah, some people may want to run. You awaken that soul urge to evolve and to shed and become something new. And what's crazy is like you're a challenge, or you challenge others, but you're also a safe space. You're the knife and you're the ointment. Okay, pile number one. You challenge and you soothe. And it scares a lot of people because loving you means losing who they are right now and becoming who they really are meant to be. But that is your reading, pile number one, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, pile two, we're going to get right into your reading and see what makes you a cosmic temptation, plus primal urges you awaken in others. If this reading resonates with you when it is over, let me know down in the comments. I'm super curious. And please like this video if you want to see more videos like this. I'm going to lay your cards out and then we will get into the message. So you got, in Gemini, information to explain, communications about, resulting from the fluctuations of, and the Sun. Okay, the creation of, the gaining of respect for or from, things brought to life or light. Okay, I'm getting a really heavy siren energy here. Even if you don't sing, even if you're a masculine, the sound of your voice, the words that you say, the order in which you say your words, this is what makes you a temptation. You really lure people in with your dialect, the way you speak, how you sound so sure of yourself, or even if you have moments of hesitation. People even like this. If you stutter, if you stumble, it comes across as cute. There's something here where you are never a miss when it comes to communication, especially if it gets a little spicy. You could even be the type of person that is constantly saying what someone else is thinking, and they love this. They don't have to explain it. You just know. You just know, okay? We also got the Falcon. Act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without equivocation. The Knight of Berries. Dissatisfaction, a talented person. I was picking up on a singular person here, but we'll get into it. Okay, you have the ability to prosper. You are definitely an intimate temptation to people or to a certain person. There's someone here who feels guilty for having certain thoughts about you. We also got great excitement. Maybe you come across really sweet, or you're very professional, or you're just not like that with this person, so they could just feel guilty for putting you in certain positions in their mind, okay? We got blind patriotism. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you're saying. People, they want to buy it. They want to put it on a t-shirt. Some of you guys, you speak a different language, and you could have had people say, you know, just say it in Spanish one more time, or say it in French, or whatever you speak. Even if it's in English, you could have a very radio voice, or you could have worked in radio, you could have worked in public broadcasting. You're really good at holding tension with your voice, when to pause, when to keep going, when to speed it up. Someone is definitely having dirty thoughts about you. And I believe that you awaken this primal urge that people have to be persuaded, to be smitten. I think we all have a sentence or a word or something that we want to be said about us, or to be said toward us by another person, especially someone with such a sexy voice. It's exciting, okay? So someone here is really excited about whatever you say. They want to ask you to say things and record them and then play them whenever they want to. And that's really interesting, because I'm even seeing someone who wants to film you, but in an audio way. I'm seeing someone slip their phone under a pillow, so just be careful about that. But I don't think this person would do that to show other people. It's just, there's something here about this personal urge or need to hear you say it again. Say it again, pile number 2. One more time. And I know this is a falcon, but I just got, someone is watching you like a hawk. They're listening to you too. I'm hearing they're replaying something. There could have been something that you said that illuminated a truth to someone that they didn't know, or told your side of the story that now that they understand, have a different opinion about something that happened between you. That's just a side message. The Knight of Berries in this deck is the Knight of Pentacles, but I am also getting a water energy from it just because he's in the water and, I don't know, the revealingness of it. So there is someone here who is really methodical when it comes to you. They think about how to approach you a certain way, but they also feel like putty in your hands. And this is why they kind of watch from afar with these big old eyes, because they're afraid of you getting under their skin or having them show an emotion that they don't want to show. Whoever I'm picking up on, they are secretly really emotional, especially in their headspace with the head submerged, but they only show people this physical side of them. They don't show their emotions often. I don't know why I'm picking up on someone in particular. And this person, with other, if this is a love connection, with other people, they're very normal. But with you, they get real, I need to check in on what they're doing. I need to know what they're up to. I want to be in their house. I want to look through their things. I don't know. And it even scares them. So this is why they watch from afar. I don't know who this person is, okay? But I am picking up on someone really particular in this pile right now. But in general, besides the person I'm picking up on, you're really magnetic. And you probably awaken that energy in other people too. But there's just someone present around you right now. And it really has to do with the confidence that you have. You pull people in a way that isn't like, look at me, come to me. You're not too forward about it. But like the sun, people are just drawn to you naturally. You don't have to force it. And when people are around you, they feel like the spotlight is on them too. They feel magnetic. They feel sexy and confident and look at me. And it's almost like you rub off on the people around you and they get this very alluring Sun Gemini energy. They might even sound better to other people. People might be stealing your lines, okay? They might be saying what you say. and being like, whoa, I get a benefit out of this. Or there could be some copying here. But even if it isn't malicious, there's just something here where you rub off on other people. They realize the benefit and the spotlight they get from that. And it excites them. They get really attached. They get buzzed. I'm hearing a song by Swayze. She was buzzing all over me. Like she fell in love. That's how people are with you. They feel like they're in love. They feel like they're drunk. Suddenly they're not thinking with their brain, they're thinking with their other head. So you definitely bring out the primal urge to breed in some people. That is wild. I am seeing a lot of people stop and stare at you as soon as you walk in a room. You could get a lot of who's that, or where did they come from, or you could meet people and they've already heard about you even though you've never met them before. But once again, you exude this confidence and vitality in a way that isn't shallow. And a lot of people imagine you as their muse or someone to show off and build a life with. You could have people who see you as a trophy wife or a trophy husband, or the type of friend that I want to take pictures with you and be seen with you. You'll help me get drinks at the club, something like that. That's how people really do. They get this primal urge to be popular, to be seen. Some of you guys could even have people quickly get attached to you or want to be your best friend or want to be your boyfriend or girlfriend really quickly. And for some of you, this is off-putting. You're like, whoa, calm down. But it's because people, like the sun, they are drawn to this natural warmth that you have. And they want some of it too. I'm just getting drawn to these falcon's eyes. Like, look at these eyes. You guys need to see how these eyes are staring at me. It's very, oh my gosh, it's like blinding. There we go. It's very like, I'm shocked, I'm looking, I'm peering into someone. You are being watched heavily by multiple people. But especially one energy in particular who doesn't want to reveal themselves. But they will reveal all their fantasies. It's almost like this person is coming through like, yeah, Coco, you can go into my fantasies about them, but you're not getting in my head. Why is that so funny? Too bad the sun is out. I'm going like this. Anyway. I'm being so silly. But yeah, pile number 2, you're like the yes that people have been waiting for. You are the energy drink, the vitality in the room. You are the laugh. You make people smile. I think that when you leave people's lives, it's dim, it's gray. It could even rain a lot physically. They're like, dang, it's been raining for 2 weeks ever since me and Pile 2 broke up. What the heck is going on? You are someone who really just puts the color in people's lives. And when you're gone, it's cold. It's moon energy. It's unknown. It's like, where are we? What's happening? Pile number 2's gone. I don't know why I'm feeling that. There is conflict that people have with you in terms of their mind and their body, or their logic and their heart. There's this feeling of tension or confusion that some people might have with you with this Gemini energy. They could question why they feel so drawn to you, why their body reacts to you in certain ways. Other people, they can't explain why they want you. They just do. It's not rational, it's not logical, and that's what drives them crazy. It is primal within itself, the attraction. It doesn't make sense. So you guys could attract a lot of people where you come from opposite worlds or different races, or even in friendships and platonic ways, you just attract people that are different from you. You could have a group of friends that have a lot of diversity in it. Or you could be someone who can easily float through different types of people and still fit in or still stand out. So maybe you're someone who can choose to stand out when they want to. But even when you're not trying to stand out, pile number 2, I feel like you still do. So you float to different crowds, but you still remain yourself. You don't let whatever crowd you are in impact how you look or how you think. You might value their opinions or what they have to say or how they are as a group, but you're still yourself as you interchange through different types of people or hang out with different types of groups. Let's clarify this with the tarot. Clarify this for pile number 2. What makes them a cosmic temptation? There are people, because of your shine and who you are, maybe you are just someone worth bragging about to other people. They do want to have something long-term with you or earn your respect or earn your time, earn your love. So there are situations romantically, pile number 2, where you're allowed to let it slow burn because people like earning the rights to you or earning bits of you. So don't be afraid to, I'm not saying play hard to get, but don't be afraid to let people earn your energy or earn your body, because there's a lot of people that actually feel like you're valuable enough to be worth earning, if that makes sense. Clarify this for pile number 2. What makes them a cosmic temptation? The 6 of Cups. Wow, yeah, people just... You bring out people's joy and that inner child energy, but also there could be people that see you as someone they could build with, have children with, or you have really nice genetics, okay? We also got the 5 of Cups here. Clarify this. Where they would want to have children with. One more. They want to plan a future with you. This person I was talking about earlier could be someone from your past, okay? We got the 3 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. There could be something coming in for you guys. The 7 of Cups in the World in reverse. Okay, so a bunch of cards just came out. I'm going to take the World because it was the one major arcana that came out. But you also got the 7 of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands, and the 7 of Cups. You definitely have options, and a lot of things are coming in for you right now, pile number 2. But what I'm also seeing is there's someone here who wants to plant seeds, or other people that want to plant seeds in order to be a part of your growth or your life, or they want to come in and, like I said, build something long-term with you. They might not know how to do this, but they see you as a huge asset. And some of these people that are thinking this are people that you've already closed the cycle with or are trying to close the cycle with. And I am picking up this energy that you might be the runner in a lot of situations, pile number 2, because there are people that want to come in and kind of conquest. You awaken that primal urge to, like I said, conquer and conquest. So you might be the one that runs in certain situations from people who want to come in and control you. But they want to control you, not necessarily maliciously. It's because they see how much power you have and they want some of that power too. So that's why people want to claim you or keep you. I often see the Knight of Pentacles as the devoted knight. If it was a court, the one that's always by the side of the king or the queen. So you do have a lot of people that naturally feel this urge to be devoted to you, even when the cycle is closed and they're not in your life anymore. There's still this place in their heart for you that if you wanted to open again, they would gladly open that cycle again. But once people do get in your life, that's that feeling of conquest where they want to stake their claim in front of other people. So you do have people that want to come in, be in your life, and then fight off everybody else and be like, no, they're mine. Pile number 2 is just mine. There is a particular person or a few people that see you as the one. With the 6 of Cups, people could feel drawn to you because you feel familiar or like they've known you before, even if they just met you. That could be why they have this blind patriotism where they want to be devoted to you because maybe they knew you in a past life, or you could have people that naturally take you under their wing as like a little brother or a little sister or a family member, even though you're not related. It's giving the energy of, I've known you forever, even if I've only known you for 5 minutes. You feel like home for a lot of people. And with the World card here, you're a fully realized dream, or you're the perfect person, or the dream girl or guy. It's almost unreal. You walk in the room and it's exactly what people prayed for, or the type of best friend they always wanted. People get so excited to get to know you, to get to love you, to just have you in their life. You awaken the primal urge to fight for love. That urge of, I can't miss out on destiny. I have to go after this. I have to chase that guy, that girl, and for some of you, that's why you be running. Let's be real. Because I was picking up on an energy earlier, there could even be this urge to rewrite the past or have a redemption arc with you, where all the hurt in the past that you went through with someone makes sense because you got to complete a cycle and still be together anyway, whether that's platonic or romantic. For some reason, you have ex-lovers where the ending of your relationship felt like the beginning for them, if that makes sense. Or maybe they started a cycle right after you that was really pivotal. Because I was picking up on something when you leave. So you don't just tempt people, pile number 2, you also haunt them. Because you are a walking dream, you know how much it sucks when you wake up from a good dream. There's almost a grief to it. You guys know what I'm talking about. When you've had that dream where you wake up and you're like, what? That was my dream life. That was my dream person. That's how people feel when you walk out of their lives. Like they just woke up from the best dream. And now they have to face reality. The world isn't the same without you in it. You're the sun. And with the communication here, you're probably someone that speaks positively to people or speaks positivity into their lives. And this is something that's hard to find. There are a lot of people who would risk it all if you just said the word, if you just said a thing, or if you communicated in a certain way. Because there's almost this pride in being able to be with you or conquer you, pile number 2. Regardless of your gender, you're someone that people would feel very prideful and protective of if they had you in their life. I'm also hearing if they had you in their life again. There could be someone I'm picking up on who feels like they weren't thinking clearly when they had you before, and now they want to show you a different side to them. But regardless of where you're at in this energy, you are truly unforgettable. And there are a lot of people that would plan their whole futures around you if you just said the word. You are the human form of a lucky rabbit's foot. And that's why there's a lot of energies that you don't really know that closely or have dealt with in the past that still observe, watch, and listen to you. Once you felt that sun on your back, you can't go back, pile number 2. But that is your reading, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, pile 3. We're going to get right into your reading and see what makes you a cosmic temptation plus primal urges you awaken in others. If this reading resonates with you when it is over, let me know down in the comments. I'm super curious. And please like this video if you want to see more videos like this. I'm going to get the cards out, pile number 3, and then we will get into the message. But you got in Leo, leadership, the creativeness of do what you want to, and South Node, remember, reconsider, now is not the time to. Snow Leopard, take some time out of your usual life and spend it in solitude. Queen of Vessels, gambling, never satisfied, female lust. Allow yourself to connect with what you are passionate about. Exchange of vows. And Seeker is hiding something. So pile number 3, this is so specific of an energy. You will know right away if this resonates with you or not. But you trigger the primal urge in people to be prideful, to be jealous, to have envy, to project their own insecurities onto you. Do you guys hear that alarm in the background? You are a mirror for other people. And when you hold up that mirror, a lot of people don't like what they see. Your cosmic temptation is people trying to figure you out. People projecting that you're hiding something, or you're not as polished as you seem, you're not as poised as you seem, your life is about to go down in shambles. There could be even people who speak over your life based off what they see on the outside. You could be going through a normal human hard time, or just have, normal things that we all go through. And then people can project like, oh, that's because they're not karmically aligned. Oh, look at that. When really you're just doing your own thing. You really bring out the nasty in people's souls. And this could be a really hard path to walk. Even my throat is closing because some of you guys, you know this. In your heart, you know this. How for some reason, you could be the nicest person on earth, but people still think that you have an agenda. They still think that you're full of pride. If some of you guys are in a relationship, there could be people that are like, oh, they're not that happy. Oh, that person's going to dump them. Oh, XYZ. And the reason they project these things onto you is because those are the things that those people have experienced in their life. They're on a karmic path. They're stuck in pride. But for some reason, people get this cosmic temptation to put it on you. You awaken that, I heard the primal Judas, okay? You bring in a lot of Judas energy with the South Node here. And with the Leo, these are people that would never admit to the darkness that they cast on you out loud. They feel justified in doing it because they feel like you are hiding something. This could even be people who do tarot on you, or try to do spiritual things on you to figure out what you're doing. And the answers that they get, they take them as Bible, not knowing that your spirit guides, your team, they work hard to cloak what's actually going on in your life, because so many people are trying to figure out what it is and put a negative spin on it. So this could be why you're urging to pull your energy back right now, to make sure that you are only in situations where the energy is reciprocal, because you have a lot of people that can't stand you, but at the same time, they want to take parts of you and use it themselves. It's giving, oh, I can do you better than you. These are the same kind of people to swear up and down that you're the Antichrist. But then next week, they're dressed like you. They're saying the same stuff as you. They're projecting their light the same way you project your light. For some of you guys, this could be a lot of feminine energies, or it could be, if you're masculine, other masculine energies who get into their feminine and start to, gossip, do that lower feminine energy stuff. For some of you guys, you trigger people because you look like, or you have elements of yourself that remind people of energies they've dealt with that have hurt them. And that's not your fault. Okay, it's not your fault if you resemble someone's high school bully, or if you look like someone's ex that treated them really badly. Even if it's not physical, there could be an energy of you reminding people on a soul level of an energy in their past life. I'm hearing a past life siren. And this is why people want to hate on you, but they equally are obsessed or super in your energy. When you hate on someone, it's very close to the part in your brain that loves someone. So there's a lot of people here who send you negative energy, but also want to be in your energy to take parts of it. You have an ancient energy to you. And because people feel like they've known you, it has a karmic pull to it. They could even experience a lot of deja vu when it comes to you. And it makes these people really uncomfortable. And with the Queen of Cups, she's an energy that can often attract karmic energies to her because of that healing, watery nature. You naturally shine in a way that is honest and beautiful and rooted with your intuition. And for some reason with you, pile number 3, it's really highly misunderstood. People, they misunderstand you to the point where sometimes you might not even want to talk. Okay, because you know that people are going to twist your words or try to make your energy seem a certain way when it's not. And I don't know, the way she's holding that candle, there could be people doing creepy stuff to find out things about your relationship. If you guys are in a relationship with someone, I would keep this very private, because for some reason, since people can't attack you, they want to attack your significant other. And take that very lightly, okay? I just mean energetically. It sounds really petty, but there could be people that are upset that you're blessed, or that you're grateful, or that you have something that they don't have. It's very immature. Clarify this for pile number 3. What makes them a cosmic temptation? Plus primal urges they awaken in others. There's the Queen of Cups again. You are so beautiful in your energy, but for some reason, I don't know why, it's misread. The 8 of Swords. Page of Pentacles. Interesting. Clarify this for pile number 3. The 5 of Swords, yeah. Wow. The Emperor. One more for pile number 3. The Page of Pentacles wanted to come out again. Do you remember earlier when I said that you mirror these people that are triggered in this way? This is what I mean. We got the Queen of Cups twice. This deck that I got, it's heavily rooted in a karmic energy. Every deck that I have, it has a different energy to it. And this deck, it really shows you the karmic side of things. For the Queen of Cups to come out twice, this is you. You're the natural, upright, positive attributes of this Queen of Cups. And the people that project on you, they are in this karmic aspect of the Queen of Cups where it's filled with false intuition, manipulation, projection, using spirituality and magic to spy and control instead of uplift and spread positivity or healing. And I don't want you to feel sad, because it could be disheartening to trigger these kind of emotions in people, but you have to understand that these people need to be triggered in this way. They need to understand that no matter who they are not allowed to pry where they don't belong, where the energy isn't consented. When you click on a tarot reading, you are consenting for the tarot reader to read your energy. When someone is trying to do tarot on you and you're not in the room and you never agreed to that, or trying to do magic on you, that's like energetic assault. Because you don't have energetic clearance to be there. For a lot of you guys, you are heavily protected by a masculine energy. Or you could just be way more in control of your energy than people realize. Because you're coming up as the Queen of Cups and the Emperor. But for some reason, people see that as, oh, they're in their South Node. It's wild. It honestly just feels like a bunch of phony magicians, if I'm being honest. People who feel like they're the end-all be-all because they bought a pack of cards from Barnes & Noble. But you're protected. And like I said, it's important for you to trigger people in this way, because as much as people try to project this ego death on you, which you've already had multiple times, as this goes out, yes, they're the ones that need that ego death. A lot of people feel trapped in their own mind when it comes to you. They overthink you. They obsess about what you mean, what you're saying, what your life is, what your message is. You stir up a lot of competition, and I feel like you don't compete. Or you don't try to. The Queen of Cups is not competitive. If you got the Queen of Wands, the Emperor did come out. So maybe you're just naturally competitive. Maybe you don't try to be. Or maybe you're competitive in a healthy way. Like you could play sports or bar games or something, and people could be really mad when you win. I don't know. It brings out this really bad sportsmanship in other people. There could even be certain energies that are attracted to you and they don't know why and feel angry about this. because you could represent something that they openly say that they don't like or they openly hate, something they swore they would never be into. And for some reason, I'm picking up on paranoia. There could be people throwing things at you or energy, but they think that you're doing stuff to them. So they're trying to like, oh, I'll retaliate and do stuff to you, but you aren't even thinking about that person, or you didn't send anything their way, and they're just making a mess. They're trying to do protection spells against you, but they need to be protecting themselves against themselves. You awaken that primal urge of secrecy, suspicion, self-sabotage, because that's what it feels like to me. And this projection of other people's shadows, they could think that you lie or you're going to outsmart them. You have something over them. And it causes people to question their own power. You trigger their manipulative tendencies, even if these are people who claim to be empaths. And for some of these people, they feel like if they don't act fast, you're going to get too big, or something's going to happen, or your ego is going to, I don't know, it's weird. They want to be in control of your trajectory or your path. But they also want to dress their path up like yours, if that makes sense. So, for example, this could be someone who wants to copy you, but then delete any trace of you doing the thing so they look like they came up with it first. Because they feel spiritually entitled to some kind of space or path. And that's that mirror. They see your path and they're like, that's what I deserve. Why do they get that? But it's because you've done some kind of work here with the Emperor. If this is someone spiritual, the work they do is probably just stuff they read on Pinterest or whatever. You know, they don't really dig deep and do things from like their ancestors or try to tap into a higher source. A lot of other energies you deal with, they might pretend like they're in control, but deep down, they feel emotionally and spiritually undone by you. They feel as if you challenge everything that they've been taught. And you kind of prove that some of these people really ain't that deep, okay? I'm going to be so honest. These people, they try to sell themselves as know-it-alls, but they're still in their soft node. And you trigger that. You trigger the fact that they don't have it all figured out. And I'm not saying that you do, but at least you don't project your own insecurities onto other people. You're someone that you clap for others. If they have more than you, if they reach milestones in their life or their career, you clap for others. And that's why you are blessed, number 3. You never feel threatened if someone comes in the room and on paper they look better than you or they're smarter than you or whatever it is. You don't come into situations with that competitive mind. But you have to realize there's a lot of other people that do. But not everybody deserves to see you shine. Especially people that want to take from you but hate on you at the same time. Like, what is that? Get a grip. But yeah, pile number 3. You've probably spent a majority of your life wondering, is it me? And holding yourself accountable in situations where you didn't even need to. But I'm here to tell you that it's not you. It's the projections that other people have put onto you. And you'll know the difference between if you need to be accountable or if other people need to in your spirit, because you have that Queen of Cups energy. And I also just noticed this Queen of Cups, her eyes are closed. Her chest is bare, but she is heavily misguided. Well, this is you, eyes opened, a little reserved, still leaving a little to the imagination. And that doesn't make you a liar or full of secrets. It makes you smart. Don't let people gaslight you into thinking that you have to give up your energy so they can feed up off of it. And my candle keeps going out because there's a difference between a true fire within someone and a false flame. But that is your reading, pile number 3, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.